Okay, how to awaken and activate your monadic self. Now, this video is in like part two of the video I just made called What Am I Sensing in the Field? And why is it so important to activate our monadic self, to consciously work with our monadic self now? Well, as I described in the other video, the monadic self is connected to the divine blueprint. What we have here on earth is just a jar from the divine blueprint. And we are trying to create from within this reality, even creating from our heart, because it can be too wrapped up with the astral world. If it hasn't been a full clearing of ego desire, there's a little bit of messiness going on there. So we want to start working with the monadic self so that if not just personally, we want to be functioning and manifesting more in harmony with the cosmos to make our lives better personally, but also collectively. Like we need this because it's becoming too much on this planet. I can't take it anymore. Anyway, so where was I? You would think I would like do an outline for these videos, but no, I'm just going to go with the flow and whatever my brain. Okay, so this is why we want to work with the monad. We want to consciously awaken it. And anybody who's, like I said, probably watching this video, monad is awake. Maybe you're not consciously aware of it, you're not consciously working with it, but at least it's awake and trying to direct the show via higher self slash soul, then whatever. But we can consciously awaken it. So how do we do that? Just by talking to it, just by asking it. And you can do this from an outside in perspective or an inside out. And I know that sounds weird, but let me back up and say the monadic self is the nucleus of our being. It is the innermost level of and the most refined level of our being, just one step prior to the space of emptiness, non-existence, prior to consciousness. It is the most refined level of our being. And because it is the nucleus of our being, it is in the nucleus physically of our bodies, of every cell in our bodies. And therefore we can, let's see, I think I'm making myself dizzy. When we create from and when we consciously create from the nucleus of our being, which then translate to the nucleus of our cells, we create, once again, because it's connected to the divine blueprint, we can create much more cleanly because the cells and this at the subatomic level and the elementals start working like fast and without the ramifications of creating or manifesting in the from the other position where everything's slightly askew. Okay, does that make sense? It's a much cleaner and faster manifestation. Now, where do I want to go with this? Um, and let's see. What I asked recently is monadic self. Even though I feel I feel, let's see, I sense that the nucleus of my being is the center of my being. I did not know until this morning, well, or did I? No, I knew this before, that the monad is directly connected and sitting, I guess, in the solar plexus. And, I've been talking about the solar plexus, how, this is, uh, you're embodying your monadic self and then the solar plexus awaken. I don't know why I wasn't putting two and two together. And I have been trying to live from the solar plexus, but to be honest, I was like, I can't fucking feel my solar plexus. I can't, where is it? What do I do with it? I can't feel it. So what am I doing wrong? So this morning, and I see a cat that wants in, I'm not going to be distracted by it. Um, this morning, I asked for the monad to really show me so I can share with you how to connect and sense, number one, our solar plexus, well, our solar plexus, which is our direct link inward way to our monadic self. And of course, as usual, it's always through the breath. And what I discovered, because now I'm tapped in, I feel it. I feel and sense my solar plexus. Um, it is through the breath, and it's like right behind the diaphragm. So when you're breathing and you can sense, on the in breath, I guess the diaphragm goes down, and the out breath, it goes. The solar plexus is like right behind that area. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, and it's a little bit deeper. It's the center of our being, almost near the spine. So, but that's not necessary. You can activate the monadic frequency, energy, and manifestation by through the breath and just feeling the diaphragm going up and down and kind of sensing behind it. And you'll get and you'll feel the prana expanding, and then what will happen is your breath naturally will stop. Don't force it to stop, but then you'll feel the energy, and it is through that portal that you can manifest, or you can, via what I used to do with the God calls, pull in the Siddhic frequencies, if you want to use like the gene keys, or energies like joy and peace, or rapture, or ascension, or awakening, all those kind of or empathy, I don't know, universal love. It is there that you can imbue that pranic energy, and it emanates out from you, and creation will start happening so quickly. It's beautiful. I'm going to begin working with this. I'm going to start the God calls again, which I don't even think need to be God. We don't have to have a group together, but I'm going to do them again. I don't know. Or if you can't feel it in your body, then you can do it from the outside in perspective, and the thinking, that you have the higher self and then the monadic self, and you could just, close your eyes, get into your little quiet space, and just say, the monadic self, please awaken and activate, and show me in the body. Let me feel. You'll feel it. You will feel it coming through your head, right? So same thing. We have to consciously work with this and let it be your guide. Um, I think that's all I need to say. But it's so critically important for you to consciously connect it, and let it know that you are willing and open for it to be the authority, is not the right, it sounds like strong, but the chariot, the driver of your journey, right? Yeah. Okay. So is that all I want to say about the monadic self? Yeah, you can do your own Googling, do your own research, but absolutely activate it in yourself, because this is also what I know. This is what came to me today. I'm so excited. It is having that active monadic self within yourself, which is Shiva, right? More Shivic frequency, that, and you say, yes, I'm willing, take the lead on my journey. I'm ready to fully awaken, all that sort of stuff. It is the call, or the awakener of the Shakti, of the Kundalini force in you, which is your true consciousness liberator, which will physically or literally release you from this prison planet, right? Because she's going to come in and be the liberator, the burning away of all the blah blahs, the false concepts and identities. But that monadic self needs to be awakened and kind of given the authority, like you're ready. And that authority is not the right word, but do you know what I'm saying? That you're willing to work with it, let it work with you and activate and call in Kundalini. If that is what is in your best interest is like, okay, so that's all I'll say. Until next time, there is more to come. Yeah. Yeah. I had a little interactions with Yaldabeth, Baal, and who else? Yahweh. Very interesting.